Hello there everybody, Sam's Trains here and welcome back to the railway. Today I'm going to be revisiting one of my all-time favourite childhood PC games. Now this was a game that was developed by a British guy called Chris Sawyer, and he was very well known for his incredibly famous game Roller Coaster Tycoon, and he developed the first two Roller Coaster Tycoon games almost single-handedly. Anyway, after the success of Roller Coaster Tycoon, Chris Sawyer released this game, Locomotion. And instead of dealing with roller coasters, this game dealt with transport. All sorts of different modes of transport, but mainly trains. And when I played this game as a child, I always used the train option wherever possible. I love building railways on this. And I thought this was one of the greatest games I'd ever played in my life. I wasn't very good at it because this was 2004 and I was 8 years old, but I knew a good game when I saw it and I spent an awful lot of time playing this. But anyway, with age comes wisdom, and I recently picked this game up again and I found that I'm a lot better at it now than I was when I was 8 years old. It might be the age and the wisdom thing, it might also be the fact that I looked it up on YouTube and watched a tutorial which taught me a lot about the game that I didn't previously know. But I don't know, we didn't have YouTube tutorials back in 2004. So anyway, we are here in Locomotion. I'm going to give you a tour of the game, I'm going to do one of the missions and sort of show you what's involved and hopefully do a better demonstration of this game than I've done before. So there is a challenging scenario here called Bottleneck Blues, which I really want to try out because I vaguely remember this one and I remember it being a lot of fun. So, audio time. The music is incredibly catchy on this game. It really is, and there's a lot to say about that as time goes on. But anyway, let's jump in, and we've got to name my company. So of course it's going to be Sam's Trains, and I don't look like that. I'm going to choose what I look like, which is Giuseppe Gluck, whatever. And I'm going to pause the game just because I don't want things to start progressing without me. What I also need to do is create an HQ, headquarters. I don't know where we'll do it. I'll just choose a random spot. Up here on top of this mountain looks good. Right, so the idea is to build an absolutely monstrous transport empire. And the thing about this map in particular is that we've got this valley, which is a bottleneck between the two halves of the map. You can build railways and things over these hills, but it's very expensive, just like in real life. You can build railways underground through the hills, but again, that's very expensive. So I think the idea is that we use this valley as much as possible to get started. Right. So we've got lots of different transport available to us. We can build trains, which is what I'm mainly going to be doing, but you've also got buses, trucks for goods. You've got trams as well, aeroplanes. These are some pretty early planes because it's 1950 at the moment, as you can see, according to the date. And also boats, but I don't think there's any water on this map at the moment. Right, so we need to start by deciding what our railway, and it's going to be a railway, is going to mainly specialise in. And for this we can look at the goods chart. So on this chart we can see a list of all the different types of things that you can transport, and you've got a graph here which shows how much money you get for transporting those things over time. So you can see this one here, this purple line, is it purple or blue, whatever, is passengers. So they're worth the most, $2,800, but over time they drop off quite precipitously. And then you've got things like coal, for example, which you get a lot less money for, but you can take longer to deliver coal and still get paid a lot. But I think passengers earn so much that I think it's worth giving passengers a try. So we've got towns and things like this around the map. You can see Holywell here is tiny, 209 is the population. But what I can do is look at this list of towns. I can sort by population, and I can see that Drumhead here is the largest, and that's down here. So what I might try and do then is build a bit of a, maybe a bit of a bus system down here just to try and make some money, because when I eventually start to transport goods around, I'll need somewhere to transport the goods to, and at the moment Drumhead won't accept any goods because it's not big enough. So let's draw in some passenger bus stops. Let's go with a stop up here. and a stop down here. And I guess that will do. So let's buy a bus. This is for 14 passengers, it costs 15 grand. This is 30 passengers, it costs 18 grand. Well, let's future-proof it. And then I have to choose where this bus is going to go. So it's going to stop at Drumhead, then it's going to stop at Drumhead Central. And hopefully that will make some money. There it goes. I just love the way you can build stuff in this game and set it going and it will just do your bidding for you. So here you go. It's got one passenger on board at the moment and it's going on these dirt roads which are very slow, but it should deliver the passenger. Now, how much money have we got? So we've got 147 grand and all of my money is loaned, so I actually don't have any money. So we need to start getting serious about this. The bus is running, it's got 4 passengers now, but we need to look at a railway and see if we can actually make some serious money here, because I want to build a massive railway empire. So here's the map. We've got loads of different industries here. I think coal is usually a good one to go with. So here are the coal mines. So those are in green. Coal mines are in green. Coal mines have to be delivered to power plants, but I'm not seeing any power plants. Are you? No. Or steel mills. Ah, and we've got a steel mill here. So there's your steel mill. And here, and there's a coal mine. Where are the other coal mines? Oh, over here. And here's a couple more coal mines, which are next to each other. But we've got one that's reasonably close by. That's not too far away. So I suppose that is what we will start with. So this coal mine is producing 240 tons of coal. That's pretty good. And I think what we can do to start with is begin delivering coal. So here we go. Pressed the wrong button already. Okay, so let's build some track here. I need to raise the land because I don't like building bridges because they slow down your trains. So that's the line. Annoyingly, we're up above ground there. We're going to have to go down a slope, but that's fine. So let's go straight down the slope and let's head straight for that steel mill. And I'll tell you what we'll do. I will build my station at this steel mill as well. Let's go for about here. And your stations have catchment areas. So as you can see, that blue zone shows me where I'll be able to deliver and take goods from. So that's big enough. Need a big old station here because I'm intending for things to get busy and big. So that looks good. Let's just add a bit more track to this back end. I think we'll go round here like this. Wow. Okay. And then, yeah, that's pretty much good. I'm going to aim for this bit of land here for my track to go through because that will mean the least amount of landscaping, I suppose. Right, adjust land. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go through there. Created a little valley. Oh, it's not going to match up with my other track very well. That's fine. All right, the other thing about this game is the music. It is, I should have issued a warning at the start of this video actually, because it's incredibly catchy. And I mention that because one thing you might notice about my videos is that I always start a video with music that matches the era of the model I'm reviewing or whatever. Well, where do you think I got that idea from? It was this game. So this game has actually influenced me in such a way that my everyday life is impacted. Right, so we've got our big station there, and as you can see, there's 32 tons of coal waiting at this station already, which is good. So let's build a train. Now we don't have much available to us in terms of locomotives and rolling stock. We've just got these Pacific locomotives, which I'll have to buy. And then these hopper wagons do coal. We've got a smaller coal wagon, which only holds 20 tons of coal. Or we've got this hopper wagon that does 25 tons. So let's do that, I guess. And that's all the money we've got, but we can increase the loan. So let's take out a load more money. Because we need more money. And let's see about filling up this station platform, or nearly filling it. That should be good. So we want to stop at Common Head Mines. We want to wait for a full load of coal, and then we want to unload it at Brownstone. And off it goes. And we can observe this train doing its business, doing my business. You can see the little wagons filling up with coal. This is why I love this game. It's so detailed. It's going to take a little while because this coal mine's going to be kind of asleep at the moment, but once we start collecting goods from them, they'll start producing more coal, which is good. And as you can see, there you go, we've got one of the mine shafts going there. Anyway, let me fast forward the game a little bit, and then the train should eventually start. You can see the last couple of wagons are filling up now. There it goes. And the selection of trains on this game available is just incredible. I was playing, I think this is an American-based scenario at this point, but there are British ones, and the other day I was playing a scenario that had a Stirling single on there, and then time went on, and I eventually got class 37s, I think it was an 87 electric, and even an APT. So this game actually has full APTs. You can buy each vehicle in the APT, and I put together like a 14-car train. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, that train delivered $19,000 worth of coal there, which is really good. And let's see how much is waiting. So already 92 tons of coal are waiting here at Common Head Mines. And we can see that 86% of the coal, and dropping, was delivered by me, so that's fair enough. I think what we might need to do is get a second train going. I think that's usually a good idea. So at the moment what we've got is a one-way train line, right, which is very basic. The locomotive and its train goes up and down this single piece of track, which is not very efficient. But if I turn this into a circuit, I should be able to make this a lot more efficient. So what I'm going to do is extend this track out here, which could take a while actually, because I don't have lots of money at the moment. I'll tell you what I might do is go build a bridge over this section here. Do I want to do that? Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll make it a bit of a two-way train line, I think. So let's do that. I'll tell you, the music, I think actually we're okay because this scenario is set in 1950, so we don't get all the sort of 20s and 30s music, which is what I would be singing to. So I think this is a very good scenario to do, because it's got all the ragtime tunes and like swing music and that from the 30s and stuff, which is just ridiculously catchy. It's got no business being as catchy as it is. Right, oh, no, we don't want to connect to it. So here we go, two-way line. We need some more money. Give me some more money. I think once we get a couple of trains running on this line, we should be making some good profit. But at the moment, things are quite poor. We need to change that before I run out of money. Oh yeah, and we've got competitors. You can see this ugly guy, Burgundy Transport. He's started his own company now, which is not good. But it's fine. He's not going to conquer me. He's just going to try. That's all. Right. Right. That should be almost a complete. That is a complete circuit. It is. Then what we need is signals. So you've got two-way signals or one-way signals. I want this to be a one-way system, so I'm just going to place signals with the correct orientation along this track. Yeah, if you can't tell, this game is insanely detailed. It lets you micromanage everything. And there is a more modern game than this out there, Transport Fever, which I've played over on the gaming channel. And that's good as well, but and it actually lets you do a whole lot more than this does, and that's true. But honestly, I have a lot more fun with this. I always did. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why that is, because the graphics are obviously much poorer on this game, but I just love them. There's something wonderful about the way this game looks. Right. So now what we've got is a line that can accept two trains. I can't buy a second train yet because I've got no money, but let's try. So those Pacifics cost 57 grand. Oh man. But the interest's only 10 grand a year, which is costing us $13,000 in interest a month, but we're making 38,000 a month in train income. So I think it's worth having a bit of a loan, to be fair. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't remember how many wagons I put on the other train, but let's call it 9. And again, same route. So waiting for a full load of coal there and unloading here at Brownstone. And I'm leaving a lot of room around these stations so that I can add more platforms as time goes on. Yes, that is something you can do, and you can create very, very complex train networks, which I'm going to hopefully try and do next. But let's just have a look and see how we're doing. So we've got 2 trains. The new one isn't making any money yet, and yes, I did get the same number of hoppers. That's good. And then the bus is making money actually. It's making $128 a month. What I could do is create a train line between Drumhead here and Furborough, or whatever it is. Oh, Sam's Trains is a plate layer. Oh no, he's an engineer now. I guess I am. And then that would really make these towns grow, because I need to be able to deliver, well, what does this produce actually? So I'm going to have to deliver iron ore to this steel mill at some point, and it will produce steel. Now let's have a look. What industry requires steel? Because that's where we're going to have to deliver it. So requires chemicals or steel. So it'll be a factory of some sort, which isn't far away. So if we can deliver iron ore and coal to this place, it will produce steel, which I can then deliver to the factory, which will produce goods, and then I'll want to deliver that to one of these towns. So important. Right, I'm going to save my game. And I'm going to look at adding a station here at this coal mine so that I can deliver more coal. That is producing 300 tons of coal last month, which is a lot. So I think that's going to be what I try and capitalize on. I just need to figure out where my train line's going to go. Or do I try and create a station that catches both of these? I think they're a bit far apart for that. Okay. All right then. Yes, let's build a station here then. Just here. Yeah, that's fine. It's a little bit close for my liking, but it'll be okay. And I think one bit of slope now and again in the train line is okay, but I try not to be up and down all the time, because just like a real train, they struggle and slow down massively over gradients, which obviously you don't want. You want your trains to be fast. That's the key to this, because if you remember that graph at the start, if you're not quick, you lose money. So yeah, speed is necessary. Now, how do I connect to this? What I might do is go around this coal mine. Should I do that? No, I'm going to go beside it. Let's get rid of that. Oh, I've run out of money again. Oh, let's get another loan. And then I'm going to combine this new line with... See, that train's tired of waiting, so it started going back, but it won't be able to go far because there's a signal there. And now it can go in. So I think what I might do is, once we've got this new station open, I might send one of my trains there instead, because I don't think there's enough coal at the moment to justify 2 trains really. It'll be slightly better, but not much. Right. This train line is going at a lower level than the first one, which is complicated, but I think it's fine. So this game is pretty smart as well, in that as time goes on, so it's still 1950 at the moment, but as time goes on, the game invents new and more modern trains, which are usually more powerful, they might be faster. You'll get new rolling stock as well, which is better. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff happens over time, but at the moment we've got to make do with what we've got. Right, let's put some signals in. There we go. It's a little bit awkward sometimes to get the signals placed properly. And that should be okay. Right, and then you see this is going to be an issue. I don't want to create a system with too much traffic, otherwise it's going to go wrong. But we could do that. Little S-bend there. I think we might be better to just build a bridge, you know. Let's build a bridge over here. And use this higher land. There you go. And then I haven't got to build a slope at all on the way back. Which is annoying because really a slope on the way back isn't that bad. It's one on the way there that I'd like to avoid if possible. Right, is that platform going to be large enough? Probably not. If I use a slightly shallower radius of curves, then I might be able to make a longer platform. So yeah, curve radius is a thing. As you saw when I was building track, you've got first, second and third radius, a bit like model railway. They don't call it that though. And obviously first radius is tighter, just like in model railways. So you can sort of fit it into tighter spots, but trains are much slower going on the tighter curves. So you really want your broader curves if you want faster trains, which of course I do. So I try and build broader, more expensive curves because I think you profit from them in the long run. Anyway, I'm just putting signals now on the new line, and then I'll be able to redirect one of the trains to the new station. There you go, I think that should do. So what I'll do is wait for one of these trains to arrive. That's this one. Once that's arrived here, I'll change this route so that it goes elsewhere. There we are, it's another 19 grand, so get rid of all that. Now I want it to stop at Dinway mines, wait for a full load of coal. I'm going to waypoint it here, and then it's going to stop at Brownstone and waypoint here. Sometimes you have to give them a waypoint because otherwise they get lost when things get more complicated. It would be absolutely fine at this point, but yeah, as I add more to this network, it would not be fine. So there's that. Right, so now we could probably try and get another train going, and this station is producing a lot more. We've now got 277 tons of coal waiting there, which is a lot. How much is this train going to take? Not all of it. And that train's struggling. So what I might have to do is get some double headers going. Yeah, I think I probably will. It's broken down. So yeah, that's a problem when trains break down. They come to a halt. If that was double heading, I don't think the train would stop. I think it would just slow down, but it wouldn't stop. So I think double headers is what we need. So let's put 2 Pacifics on. This is why you build long station platforms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, come on. Let's max out this loan. We must be getting near the top limit of it. Yeah, we are. That's all the loan we've got. Right, I think that might be as long as we can make that train. And of course, later when they introduce diesel locomotives, we will, oh, in fact, I don't want to set up all the waypoints again. Sorry, yeah, later when they introduce diesel locomotives, you will get, they will be smaller, so you can fit more in a platform, which is good. Right, no, I want to copy the route of this train. So all you do is click there, and that will copy that. And I think now what's going to happen is the station here at Brownstone is going to start getting busy. So I think we'll add another platform. Right, second platform. You also have to remember to leave space for the signal, which is something I'm bad at. Right, more landscaping. And we're just going to connect that to the existing line. Not like that. Yeah, it should be like that, okay. I don't know quite what I've done there, but that's not right. I like these things to be correct. Yeah, I think that's more like it. That looks better. So we put another signal close to here if I can. There we go. Another signal there, and then reconnect it at this end. I forget which curve I use. There we go. Yeah, that's the right one. And then we'll see if it works. But that means now we can have probably 4 trains serving this station, because obviously you'll never get 4 here at the same time. Right, so there you go, nice 2-station job. I don't know if we'll be able to test this out properly yet. Now, this one's taking a while to load. Let's make sure it does. Fast forward a bit. I think that could do with an extra wagon on that train, really. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. How's this one doing? So things are a bit slow at the moment. I mean, these coal mines don't seem to be producing things very quickly. Here we've got a competing railway, and look at the mess. Look at all the inclines that they've built on their railway. That is going to suck. Watch this. See this train? It's broken down already. But watch how slowly this train goes. Wait till it gets to that gradient. It's actually not doing too badly, really. I'm surprised that it's not slower, but it is pretty slow. And when trains get longer and heavier, they're going to regret that. Yes, they are. Anyway, I don't think we're going to see 2 trains arrive at Brownstone at the same time, or Branston, as I'm going to call it. Right, we've got 150 grand. Is that enough to open another line up here at these coal mines? How much does that produce? That produces 310 tons. That's a lot. That's the same as this one. Or should we, I think we might be better to go and try and get some iron ore. Is this the iron ore place? Yeah, they're producing iron ore. What I want to do is raise enough money to build some lines, some tracks through this valley. Because even if I don't know where they're going to connect up to, I don't want the competitors getting a train line through that valley first, but it's going to cost a lot because it's long. At least this iron ore mine will get track quite close to it, and then it's all flat out to here. Alright, yeah. In that case, I think what we'll do is create a railway line that comes down here like this. Is that going to be close enough to collect iron ore? Yes, it is. So I won't put a station there yet, because then the iron ore will start loading, and we don't want that. Now, I just need to think about this. Let's go in a bit, because I'm going to build a line that goes, there you go. I want to build a line that goes along here and up the valley later on. So I need to keep that in mind while I build this railway, otherwise I'll regret it. Now, which way do we want to go? Think really as directly as possible, but I'm going to go through this bit because I won't have to do too much digging then. That looks good. Now, can we, I think it's going to be cheapest not to build a tunnel through this. I mean, really, I should have gone through that bit, but it's fine. So let's lower this land. You could build a tunnel through there, but I think it's cheaper just to pull the land down. It's what they did for real railways anyway, isn't it? So that's fine. I can press number 3 on the keyboard, oops, to hide the trees. It does charge you to demolish trees, as well it should. There we are. Hopefully we're making some decent money on the current trains. And the other thing is you get paid more if you're delivering goods long distance. So the fact that this iron ore mine is so far away should mean that we make a lot more money from it. It also means I can get more trains running on the line as well without it getting too busy. But that's for another day because I'm running out of money and I really want to get this finished. And for convenience sake, I am going to remove this. I'm not a very efficient railway builder, but my thought is this. If you save money in the short term, you will be stuck with a railway that's inefficient in the long term. And I don't want that. Will that work? I think so. And I think we're going to have to go straight ahead and yes, and build the loop. Ideally, I would start this line as just a back and forth for a single train, and then at least it's making some money early, but I've not really set it up for that, so bugger that. I don't know if we'll ever need 2 platforms here, but I'll landscape it just to be kind to my future self. And then what we'll do is we'll go up, because we'll have to go later over the line through the valley. I don't want the valley line to have to go uphill, because that's inefficient, but this single line can do. So we're going over an imaginary valley to build a pointless for the moment bridge. Will that do it? Yeah, that'll do it. And then we can come back down. So at the moment this is very inefficient, but hopefully that will pave the way for future efficiencies. And this is the return route, so I'm just going to separate those 2 upward slopes. If it's the return route, then it won't slow the trains down too much. Right. I can't quite get through there. Okay, more expensive landscaping. That should do. And now we can build a twin line. And yes, I like model railways, so clearly my train lines here are going to be sort of neat double track affairs. They don't have to be. You can make less tidy routes, but I think nice simple double tracks like this are a favourite of mine, so that's what I do. Right, I think we're doing well for money though. We don't seem to be losing much money, even though I'm building a lot, which tells me my trains must be profiting. We can have a little look. 3 trains. Yep, they're all making good money, which is great. And I think once this is going, I'll look at my existing trains and see if I can sort of make them double headers and try and make them a bit more reliable. Because once this becomes a busy network, I don't want trains breaking down and stopping. That's going to kill my business. So here we go. Now, of course, we've got the annoying thing of trying to go over this line to connect to the other side of it. Now we can either do a tunnel underground, which I think I'd prefer to do, or you can build a bridge above ground, which is it's less expensive, but it's less handy for the trains. So let's go under the ground, and we need to go down before that. Like this, build a nice tunnel. Oh, yeah, a bit further down, there we go. And then we're underground, so that's another thing that you can do with this game. And then I guess we'll come straight back up because it's very expensive building underground. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll, this is going to cost a lot, but I think it's necessary. We'll put the curve there, and then we'll have it come up again. I like to try and separate my slopes, or my inclines, so that they're not all together, because that slows down trains. Oh, a bit further. Oh, there's a signal in the way. Yeah, so I might have to move that signal, which can cause crashes, but it shouldn't do in this case. Right, and with that, I think the line is almost ready. Just put some signals back in. Right, so you're going this way. Oh, this is sick. This is a really good, look at me saying sick, goodness sake. Yeah, this is cool. A proper big railway. This is what I like to do. And we've got the height. How do we switch off that? There we go. We don't need the height markings. All right, and this is the start of our railway line through the valley. This will continue up here. In fact, I'll just demonstrate that. Look at that. Oh, that's so good. And then the double track will go up through the valley, but it doesn't need to right now because I can't afford to. Although I probably could. I'm pretty well off, but I won't. because it's not necessary yet. We need to have a look at the map and see what... oh, hang on. I need a station here. Down, I've not left enough room for this station. Not by a long chalk. So let's put that there. That'll do. It's probably still not dreadfully long, but it will do. That'll do for now. There's going to have to be some modification to that, I think, in the future. But I think we've spent so much on this line now that it needs some trains on it to start making back on that investment. So it's going to be an iron ore train. And then I suppose, once we've got iron ore supplied, we need to look at connecting it to a factory. Right, we've got 130 odd grand, so I think soon as well, we also need to look at paying the loan off, because that's going to be costing us money. Right, double header straight away. Can this do iron ore? Yeah, hopper wagons. Oops, I've run out of money. Yeah, 2 locomotives bought at the same time will do that, and I think the loan's maxed out. So I have managed to increase my loan a bit, because inflation happens in this game. It's amazing, I tell you, the detail is incredible. Right, Blackway Mines, full load of iron ore, go that way, then join there, go to Brownston, I don't know why I always say it like that, then come along here and get off there, and then that should be fine, back to Blackway. Right, begin, open. Hopefully, did this place produce a lot of iron ore? 248 tons a month. Yeah, it's not bad. Now I might be able to put some more wagons on that train, depending on how much room there is at the station at the other end. Everything depends on this station now, which doesn't look that big, to be honest, does it? Can I make it bigger? Yes, I can make it bigger. Take those signals out. I can add an extra piece of station, which might help. That's 1 wagon worth. That's quite a lot. Right, here's the iron train, which is stopping at the signal. Why is it stopping at the signal? Oh no, what's happened? Oh no, the track's not connected there. All right. Oh, damn. All right, okay. Let me take it up off the track. The track's not connected. I did wonder that. Okay. There we go, that's more like what it needs to be. Oh gosh, that's messed me up. It's all right, it's not holding anything up. A new signal there and a signal there. Okay, go. I think we've lost the iron ore, but I'll let it continue to the station because I need to see whether we can add some more wagons. Oh yeah, we can, quite a few. I should think at least 3 more wagons. Hoppers. Right, go back to the iron ore mines, Mr. Train. I shall meet you there, and I shall try and expand the station so that it's a bit longer. I suppose I'll do the quick fix, which is just to add a bit more station at this end, which I will almost certainly regret later. And at this end. I did leave a bit of extra room so that I could maybe add another station there, but never mind. So, yeah. Right, let's try again. Let's fast forward and see what we get. From a full load of iron ore. Oh, that fits in easily. I didn't need to add that many station pieces. Never mind. Right, so that should be fully loaded now. Why isn't it going? It is. All right. So I think these iron ore hoppers, they have a maximum speed of 60 miles an hour, and the locomotive has a maximum speed, what does it say? Oh yeah, 55. So the maximum speed for the train is going to be 55 miles per hour. There are certain bridges that have a limited maximum speed, so you have to pay attention to those. Right, hopefully this can, oh my goodness. So we've got a competitor who's built a massive railway over the top of mine, which is annoying. That's going to make things difficult to see. And it also means, oh, have they built a line to the factory? Yeah, they have. Oh no, they haven't. That's an iron ore mine. Where's the factory then? I don't know. Anyway, how much did we earn? We earned 35 grand for the iron ore. That's pretty good. I think we're going to need a second iron ore train though, so let's see to that immediately. And I still didn't count the number of wagons, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe? And that's too many. It won't fit in the station back at the iron ore place. No, back at the steel mill. But anyway. Yeah, there we go. We need to copy this. Go! Right, let's build that train line to the factory then, if possible. Where is the factory? Factory. Ooh. It's here. Requires chemicals or steel, and we've got a railway line right next to it. The only issue is we're going to have to go underground again. Curses. But otherwise that's good. Now we've run out of money, we've got minus 6 grand. Why? Is everything okay? Yes, everything's okay. This station's not long enough. Oh, it is long enough. Well, it's not really long enough. That was a bit naughty of me, but never mind. Right, we've got some money again. So yeah, let's get a train, let's get a station at this factory, and then we can deliver steel to it. Right, well, let's see how we're doing as a company. So we are the best performing company at the moment, with Burgundy Transport in second place with 18.5%. Now I've got 20% and falling. Right, this guy is loading but taking too long about it. So you know what? You leave without waiting for a full load, and we'll let the other train take over, because we need to be making money. Okay, now the factory. So we need a railway that comes across, it comes out of here like that, and underground, because I prefer underground. Don't know why, because it's expensive, but I just do. Let's go underground there. And then through underneath. And then out. I'm making sure the underground portion is as brief as possible, because it really does. I didn't see how much it was costing per piece, but it's a lot. All right, and then up and around. Nice broad radius curves. I can turn off hide buildings. Then we'll come around here and we'll build another station. Okay, there we are. Oh, running out of money again. I don't know if we can keep maxing out the loan. Yeah, thank you, inflation. I'll be able to take out some more money. How much is this loan costing us? It's costing, last month it cost us 52,000, but I made 400,000 from my trains. So it's not that bad. It's not ideal, but I'll keep it for now, because I think we can make more money by spending the loan than trying to pay it back. Right, at least the return to the main line is easy now, because I don't have to build any tunnels. Because I thought that might have been a slope. No, how annoying. But I want to try and join this line again before we reach that curve. But we'll see. Right, is that good? No, that's not good. That might be good. That is good. Okay. Signals. Down there. Did I do that right? Yeah. And then up here. along here. I didn't build the station yet, did I? So let's put a signal at either end, and then I can eat my heart out, make it as big as I want, within reason. Signals. Signal placement is annoying on this game, especially when you start building big systems, but it is what it is. Right, so that will accept steel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Unlucky for some, not for me. Right, and that's it. Now, is this station getting too busy for its own good? Possibly a little bit. What I'll do is I will start the train to and from the factory. Yeah, no I won't. No I won't, because the train that is waiting here at Brownstone for steel could be waiting there for quite some time. And that's going to waste one of our platforms. That means there's going to be a train waiting at this platform most if not all of the time. So let's create another station platform. Especially if the competitors are going to start building around here. I need at least 3 platforms here. There we are. So that's fine. And then find a way to build it back on here. I think we can use that radius. Yep. Can we do that? Yeah, that's good. Right, 3 platforms, and I think realistically I could probably add a 4th platform here, which might be an idea. Station in the way. Shall I do it? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Let's have a 4-station Johnson. I don't know what we call it. Probably not that. That doesn't sound like a technical term. All right. I'm just trying to process what I said. I don't know. I like that though. 4-station Johnson. I'll have to tell Chloe about that. She'll like it. Anyway, there we are. That is 4-station platforms. Hopefully if they all work properly, then that will be good. It makes Upper Brownstone Station look a bit naff by comparison, doesn't it? Right, look at that. What a monster. Okay, 2 Pacifics. I can only afford 1. Come on, deliver your iron ore at Brownstone. So as you can see, this allows lots of trains to use this station at the same time, which is well worth having. Right, now what do we need to transport steel? So for this, we need flatbed wagons. 20 tons of steel to be carried by those. I don't think anything else will do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do 5 because I don't want too many. So wait here, get a full load of steel, come out onto the main line. Don't go that way. Oh, yes, do go that way. Darn, even I'm getting confused. So you can see why the trains would. So you're going to go that way, along this main line, down that hill, round here, to Dinhatton Woods, I don't know, and then this way, all the way back, along the main line, yeah, to Brownstone. Okay. With that, begin. Let's see how long it takes for the steel to be loaded. Hopefully we'll be able to start capturing lots of steel. So at the moment only 19% of the steel is being taken by this train, and we've got 2 tons of steel on board. That iron should help. Here comes more coal. There we are, that's filling it up. And that, my competitor is going to help me with this actually. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a train full of steel. There's a new transport company started, Topsy, or some nonsense. How annoying. Right, how much steel is waiting here? 61 tons of it is waiting already, and this train is carrying 100 tons. So we need it to hurry up. Has it gone the right way? Yeah, it's going the right way. wonder how much we'll make for this. How much money do we get for steel? Steel. Quite a lot. Steel's worth a lot, so hopefully this train will be able to handle it. And I didn't separate the slopes there, so that's my bad. Didn't need to make that station that big, did I? Right, let's pay off some of the loan. Just a bit of it. I missed how much it made. That was silly. How much did it make? Ooh, 22 grand. That's not bad for just 100 tons or whatever it was. Right. Now there's 130 tons waiting. So before that train gets back, let's add a few more wagons because it needs a few more. Flatbed. Come on, there's a train coming. That's fine, it's disappeared. I've got the money now. Right, I can pop it back down here then. That's a bit of a cheat. I don't like doing that, but I'll do it for now. Does it still fit in the station all right? Yeah. There we are, it's full. And there's still 56 tons of steel waiting. Trouble is, if something waits for too long, it disappears. So you've got to kind of use it or lose it. So what I might do, I can't afford another train at the moment because I paid off my loan, but that's fine, we'll keep the loan paid off. Yeah, and as soon as I can, I'll buy another steel train and we'll get that going. I just love this four station job here. Need to keep an eye on it really to make sure each platform's actually working. So those outer two are. I would stop my trains to test them, but I don't really want to stop them. I'm too greedy. And we need that second steel train. Yeah, just using the outer two, but it will do. Oh. Why have you brought the steel back here? You silly bugger. What's happening? Right, we need to follow this train. It's brought the steel back to the steel factory. It's not closed down, has it? No, it's still there. That's another thing, the businesses can close down on this game, which is not fun. Right, yes, that's right. Should come this way. There. There. Did it? What? I'm sure it pulled into that station with the steel still on board, but it hasn't. Anyway, there's 64 crates of goods waiting. I don't think any of these places accept goods. Does that house? No. So I think what we need to try and do is increase the population of these places somehow. And I might do that with a railway. What else? Just a really small train. Ah, cursors. This gosh darn landscape, man. Oops. I did not think this through at all. There we are. I just destroyed someone's house. Sorry about that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what you can do is you can expand these stations so that as many of these people's houses as possible are in the same catchment area. Oops, that didn't work. So that's, oh, I've messed that up as well. But anyway, that's got a big catchment on it now. Furborough, I can do the same too. 1, 2. Make sure I get all these houses. 2 spread out, that's fine. Okay, and then I can just take 1 loco. Let's just have 1 passenger carriage. That's fine. And start that service. And hopefully that will cause this town to grow in population. "14 passengers, 2 passengers, 6 passengers." Okay, well, that's going right. Do we need a second steel train or not? Let's see. How much is waiting here? Nothing's waiting at Brownstone. Is that because this is the steel train and it's loading? Yes. Alright, we don't need a second steel train, it's handling the job perfectly. Well, folks, I think that was a pretty good start. We will leave that video there, I think. It begs the question, do we want a continuation of this? Or is my enthusiasm for this childhood legendary game misplaced? Well, if you'd like to see me do some more, comment down below and let me know so. Whether I'll do it on this channel or not, I don't know. I might put another episode on my gaming channel, possibly. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, folks.